He pulls away and he waits for the message that always used to come, the one that softens the silence and reopens the door. He does not ask for it, he simply expects the familiar response. This time, nothing arrives. Not because she stopped understanding what may be happening for him, but because she stopped letting that understanding repair the distance for him. His realization may begin there, with silence where reassurance used to be. Here are 4 things that change once that expectation breaks. Number 1. He begins treating her understanding as evidence that she will remain available. At first, her understanding felt like a gift. She could sense when he needed space, and she gave it without turning every quiet moment into a fight. When he withdrew, she considered what might be happening for him and waited with patience instead of applying more pressure. That patience felt safe. Over time, safety could begin to feel like a guarantee. He did not have to consciously decide that she would always stay. Repeated understanding can quietly become part of the background, something a person relies on without noticing that it is still a choice being made by someone else. So when he pulled back, he may have also been relying on a familiar prediction. She will understand, and the connection will survive until he feels ready to return. Her empathy made the distance feel less risky because it seemed to promise that the door would remain open. That is the hidden assumption in this dynamic. Her patience was never a permanent standing offer, but because she renewed it so consistently, he could stop recognizing that it had limits. What felt like unconditional safety to him was actually emotional effort from her, effort that could not keep resetting itself without eventually costing her something. Number 2, her empathy had been protecting him from the full consequences of withdrawal. Each time he pulled back and she followed up first, she absorbed part of what his distance created. She carried the awkwardness of the silence, the uncertainty of not knowing when it would end, and the emotional labor required to restart the connection. He received the relief of distance without encountering all of the relational cost because she kept converting understanding into action. She sent the gentle check-in. She explained his likely state of mind to herself. She reopened the conversation in a way that allowed him to return without directly addressing the gap. This does not mean she was naive. Her response could come from genuine care and a perceptive understanding of what he might have been experiencing. But care and consequence are different. When care repeatedly removes the consequence, a pattern can continue without either person fully seeing what sustains it. The repetition often looks harmless in isolation. He becomes distant on Tuesday and she checks in on Thursday. A quiet week ends when she supplies a warm opening. Each moment looks like kindness because it is kindness, but together those moments can create a system in which his retreat never has to carry its own weight. She becomes the shock absorber. Before his withdrawal can fully collide with distance, doubt, or the risk of losing access, she catches the impact and builds the bridge back. That is the counterintuitive part. Her empathy was not necessarily changing the pattern. It was making the pattern easier for him to repeat without fully experiencing what it was doing to the relationship. Her empathy had not stopped the withdrawal pattern. It had softened what the pattern cost him. Number 3. The realization begins when understanding no longer produces accommodation. He withdraws again and waits for the familiar response. At first, the quiet may still feel manageable. He has experienced this gap before, and she has always been the person who shortened it. But the expected message does not arrive. The conversation remains exactly where he left it. She may still recognize the fear, overwhelm, or discomfort behind his retreat. What changes is what she does with that recognition. She does not send an explanation that removes his responsibility for the gap. She does not reach out first to relieve the tension. She does not restart the connection so he can return without acknowledging what happened. The most important shift is not that she suddenly misunderstands him. It's that understanding him no longer determines what she is willing to participate in. As the silence lasts longer than expected, the old prediction stops matching reality. The absence of her usual response can make her contribution more visible. What once seemed to happen naturally, the conversation reopening, the tension softening, the relationship returning to normal, may become recognizable as work she had been doing. That recognition can arrive as confusion before it arrives as insight. He may wonder whether she is still upset, whether the door is still open, or whether this distance is different from the distances that came before. He can no longer rely on her empathy to answer those questions for him. This is where the consequence becomes harder to avoid. If he wants the gap repaired, he may have to participate in repairing it. If he does nothing, the distance is allowed to remain real. Her silence is not a punishment designed to teach him a lesson. It is what remains when she stops performing both sides of reconnection. Number 4. What he feels after losing that protection does not prove that he is changed. This is where a reaction can be mistaken for transformation. After the silence lasts longer than expected, he may send a casual message or briefly return with warmth. It can look like a breakthrough while simply testing whether the familiar access still exists. That does not make the contact meaningless. It may show that he noticed the change. But noticing lost access and becoming capable of a different relationship are separate developments. Two kinds of loss still have to be separated. He may miss her as a complete person, or he may initially miss the security her responses provided. Those experiences can look identical through a message, requiring different levels of accountability underneath. Realization is not accountability. Emotional activation is not transformation. Contact is not repair. What matters after the message is whether he can acknowledge the distance, participate in rebuilding trust, and remain consistent once immediate uncertainty has passed. Not every avoidantly attached person will follow this sequence, and no message can diagnose someone. What remains useful is the distinction it gives her. Her empathy was never the problem, and it does not need to disappear for the boundary to hold. She can understand much of what may be happening for him without taking responsibility for resolving it. She can care without carrying the entire relationship. Understanding someone was never a contract to keep absorbing the consequences of his pattern. The next test may arrive when he offers warmth without clarity, attention without accountability, or contact that invites her back into the emotional work. The question is whether she will respond to the signal or wait for behavior that is clear enough to trust. If you want to understand what changes when warmth and distance keep arriving together, the next analysis examines what happens when an empath stops responding to an avoidant's mixed signals and protects the clarity she has started to rebuild. I'm Attachment Decoded, and I'll see you in the next analysis.